What's up guys, Coty Schock. We're at my house here in Matthews, North Carolina. I got a pretty exciting build. I've been waiting for parts for this thing for about a month and a half now, and they're starting to roll in, so I just want to show everyone the build as we go along with it. But yeah, the garage is pretty basic. This is the 125 build that I did last year with Motocross Action in Boyson. This is kind of what influenced my next build, but we'll get into that later. When I turned pro back in 2016, I raced Unadilla, and in 2 laps in the first main event, I crashed, got ran over, broke my back. I was done, and I thought my career was done at that point. I had to get surgery, rods put in, and I had gotten this. It's a 2005 CR125 to get me back into riding. So that one's very sentimental to me. That one's never gonna go anywhere. I'll keep that bike forever. And then over here, we have, got this from a buddy of mine, Steve Martz. Shout out to Steve, from California when I lived there. It's a 2001 CR500, 30 original hours. This thing was only ever seen in Glamis. And yeah, I restored it, and that thing is never going anywhere either. Into my 2 vintage builds. I love these things. So this is my 1976 CR250 Elsinore. He's not my blood grandfather, but he's like a grandfather figure in my life. Norm Francis, legend out of Southern California. We built this bike back in 22 when I blew out my knee and I was recovering. But yeah, Norm and I built this. Had Tommy Croft, a legend in our sport. Sign a tank, stoked on that. And yeah, it's cool. I really do enjoy building bikes. As much as I love racing them and just riding them, play riding, I do enjoy building these bikes because it makes you appreciate what we have nowadays. Like the stuff that these guys were doing back then on these things, it was just mind-boggling. Like I could not imagine hitting a jump back then on something with this technology, because to me it's just like looking to break. But yeah, so this leads us into this build right here. This is a pile of parts right now, but it once was a 2022 yz250 stroke, and I am gonna build this up to ride at club on supercross. A lot of people think, oh, you're crazy for doing that, but you know what? Like, Stank Dog's done it, Lesher's currently doing it, so shout out to them. It's cool. But for me, I just wanted, I've always wanted to experience having a 252 stroke go through whoops and just hearing that raw sound. Figured, why not just get all of the companies that are involved with ClubMX into this build, and it's gonna be somewhat similar to my 125, but I'm not going to be as restricted on this thing, and it's going to have more of my twist. I was going for more of a ClubMX replica on the 125, but this 250 is going to have my personal twist to it, and I'm really excited for that because it'll be a little bit more personal. But yeah, I just want to show everyone the process that I go through that I've learned over the years from the mechanics throughout the years of just how to clean these parts and make it look new again, and show that you don't need any special products, right, or special tools or an area to do this type of build. I'm literally in my garage. I have all my bolts laid out so where I know where each one goes, and I have basic products over here, and yeah, show that you can do a lot with a little. It's kind of the story of my career, and yeah, show that anyone can do this, and it's a full DIY. So we'll get into that, but yeah, first we got to clean the frame, swing arm, all little parts, and yeah, here we go. For this entire build, I'm gonna keep it basic. I'm gonna start off with a red Scotch Brite, and then go to gray, and I'm gonna go to white. Yeah, the red is more abrasive, so get like the deeper scratches and stuff out and bring the shine. And then the white is what I'll pretty much finish off with it, and I'll give it that smooth, bright aluminum finish. And then I got my muc-off, a little scraper for any of the areas that have grease, which that comes into the drivetrain cleaner. This stuff is like gold. It makes your life so much easier. Just got myself a brush, muc-off brush. Got the bike cleaner concentrate. This stuff's amazing. And then what it really comes down to is, not sponsored by this, but this is what I'm using. Aluminum bright from, I think it's Napa. But yeah, I think any aluminum bright will work, but this is what will give it that, give you like a clean coating, and then you can start with the Scotch Brite and pretty much polish it, or not polish, but scrub it the way you want to scrub it. And I also forgot to do, it's a trick that I've learned from a few mechanics, is Dawn dish soap. Dawn gives aluminum a really solid shine. I don't know why, but this mixed with the SOS pads, it's a golden ticket. So when we get into this step, I'll show you like kind of like what it looks like before, then what it looks like after with these two things, and you'll be mind blown. So, but yeah, let's get into it. This is like mechanics artwork, I guess you would say, is the closest representation. So this is still the aluminum bright. But like this stuff right here where you see like the discoloration, I guess that's what you would say. With the abrasive pad from Scotch Brite and the aluminum bright, like just a few passes, and then now it's all one. So like this finish, it'll just keep getting brighter and brighter as I go down on these pads, and then end it with the SOS and the Dawn. So it's easy to get ahead of yourself because you're so excited for the final product, but what's that old saying? You can't rush perfection, something like that. I don't know. That's what I live by. So doing Dawn in this, and you gotta do this in layers. So I have to scrub pretty much almost the whole thing of the areas that I want in this, and then I gotta do it again in gray, and then I gotta do it again in white with the SOS. So it's like, it's not just one and done. It's this takes time. But if you want things done right, it takes time. And just like I was explaining to you off camera, a lot of this stuff doesn't even show. Like, you won't ever see this on the bike. It'll look cool when it's done by itself like this, but a lot of stuff you do not ever see. So I'm building this as what would Dakota Weber do to build this bike. I don't know. Over time I've learned from all the mechanics, and every mechanic has their own way. And that's why for me I just kind of take a little piece here and there, turn it into my own, and I've built quite a few bikes for myself, and I've been safe on all of them, knock on wood, which I don't know where this wood at, but you know what I mean. And also my dad taught me not to half-ass anything. I've been with Boyson for 15 years now, so it's very cool to have this relationship with them. All this stuff is billet too, so that it doesn't wear nearly as bad. Race Tech Titanium sent me pretty much all the bolts for the bike, so we're going to be full titanium. Other than axles and linkage and rear shock, I don't really personally like having titanium in those areas. It's more of a preference thing, like with how it feels. But yeah, so we got some titanium engine mounts, which is cool. But yeah, Race Tech hooked it up. Appreciate you boys. The bike's going to be killer with them. It's cool to be with a company that will make you ahead, but also put your logo in it. See how cool that is? We got the Schock 37 with the CS branding on it. So shout out Fathead for making these products. Super light, durable, and they just look freaking cool. Shout out to SKDA on this. 37, basic, right? Chrome, but they put my CS logo in chrome in the corner. Thought that was really cool. We had a really killer St. Jude graphic kit, and I saw how they put like Stop Cancer in the background. So I was like, hey, can you put my CS logo in the background? So up front, it doesn't, you don't see it, but in the background, all through here, it has my CS logo. Mica bars, right? These are my I think these are SX bar bend. This is what I run on the race bike. And then shout out to Luxon for the clamps. Got the CS engraving on there. So these are 250F clamps with a 252 stroke stem. So shout out to Luxon for making this possible. ASV for the custom front brake lever. So this was a new lever that he's trying to replicate for a Yamaha pull. And I was like, give me it. And then the front brake lever, it's a little thinner, which is to my liking. So yeah, ASV, thank you. This is all from Motorsport, other than the seat. Seat is from Guts. Shout out Guts. You can get a brand new base, Guts brand. I got super light foam, stock height with the seat cover, and they can build it for you and ship it right to your door. Got a Mica chain here. Got our flow pegs. These things are sick. I think that's like, consider that fuel color. We got plastics from a service, right? When I ride this, I'll tell you guys about it. But I did the JD Jet Kit. I'm gonna change the needle just to give it that initial rasp, like make sure it's really clean so that when I'm riding on Supercross I don't have any type of bog. These things don't really have a bog to them, but on Supercross you need it, that instant throttle response. So I've ran JD Jet Kits previous years on Hondas and it's woken the bike up so much, so plan on doing the same thing. So curious on how this will be. Thing's gonna be killer when it's all said and done with the W wheels. And I have Ty, who is our suspension tech, building me a set of forks, my rear shocks with him now. It's cool. It's cool to just have companies that want to support you for you being you, not really for results, but just appreciating you for who you are as a person. And that's what I like. I like people that don't really care for how well I can do. They just like me for me, and makes the world a better place. So thank you to everyone that's involved with this build. And yeah, this is my way of saying thank you. Respect to the guys that do Craigslist builds. 100-hour engine. Then they gotta pull it off. Like for me, I pulled this head off, and you know your cylinder head is, or your cylinder itself is in really good shape when you don't see any scratches, but the only thing that you see is the cross hatch in the cylinder. I don't know if you can see that in there, but it looks brand new. Let's work it. Alright, so it's probably been about, I'd say closer to 2 weeks for the build. Officially all the parts have come in, and I started pre-assembling a lot of the bike already with what I had. And yeah, with traveling every weekend for the races and training, it gets very time consuming. So to find time to do this has been kind of hard, but yeah, I officially have everything. So shout out to Motorsport for the plastics and all the little things that I've needed. FMF and Guts for sending me the pipe silencer, Guts for the seat, Boyson coming in, Ty from Club, and even Club for all the little parts that I've needed, which were like the flow pegs, which those things on the bike right now look killer. W for lacing up my wheels, and it's cool. So this is my favorite part of the build, when it's about 3/4 of the, well, halfway, 3/4 of the way done, and the final product is about to be finished. So yeah, we'll get into this build and finish it out, and hopefully everyone enjoys it as much as I do. And this is not even the best part. The best part is when I actually get to go ride it. So hearing this bike sing on the Supercross track is gonna be sick. And yeah, kind of just get right into it. So
I seethe in my anger, I swallow my answers, I try to listen, but it's all bubbling out. Can you hear me now? What are we doing? I don't know. What are we doing? I don't know. But if you're telling me that you found me out,
it sounds so. It does sound better on a Supercross track.
There goes the HOA.
When you see my hand disappear, it'll be 5 seconds.
The only thing I'm really looking forward to is hitting the bigger rhythms, hearing the two-stroke just blip through the air, and then going through a set of whoops, just yeah da 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 da. So you got to put that clip in when I hit the whoop. I just want to give a massive shout out to, I mean, everyone that was involved with this build. It's somewhat similar to what I did with my 125, but to me, I had a little bit more of my twist to it. Having my CS logo like in the background of the graphic is really cool to me, and that's special. Even having SKDA put it in the front number plate. Luxon for the pink clamps that we have done for the St. Jude races. That's always been really special to me, and having them engrave my CS logo into the clamp and making it more just one of one is pretty surreal. And I mean, dude, the list goes on from FMF to Mika to W to Guts to Acerbis. I mean, Hinson, GYTR, dude, it's ASV. I mean, shout out to VP Fuel for having a great fuel for this thing, smelling good but also running really good. Fathead for the custom head, Boyson for the water pump and the rad valve. I mean, not only is this thing looking cool, but it's also producing really good and reliable power. This is a fully 100% stock internal engine. I didn't want to mess with any of that. I wanted this thing to be super reliable and just go play ride whenever I want to, but there's some add-ons to it to make a little bit extra power, but smoother power and usable. So that's why I went with Boyson and FMF and Fathead. So yeah, I'll be gripping with the old flow pegs. As you can see, these things are just, those are nasty. Those are nasty. So I will be having no issue gripping when it comes to the whoops. But yeah, this thing came out pretty killer, spectacular, and this was exactly my vision. So now finally get to go ride it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as I do, because I know I'll have a smile on my face the entire time. So.